Hello, it's Wednesday, January the 12th, and we come now to chapter 7 of Revelation. You're wondering, as we look at this, what happened to the seventh seal? We've already seen the opening of the first 6 seals in chapter 6. Well, the seventh seal is the opening verse of chapter 8. So chapter 7 is a kind of interlude between the 6th and 7th seal. And as we begin here, and we'll be spending some days looking at the first 8 verses of chapter 7, you'll be asking the question, what is the meaning of the seal? Not a reference to the 7 seals, but another seal, and what is that? And who are the 144,000 from the tribe of Israel? Now, a question here again is, do we take what's here literally or do we take it figuratively? And I tend to think figuratively. I think John is writing in a mode that is similar to the relationship of a cartoon to reality. What is true, a cartoon can tell very, very explicit and true things. But it does so by exaggeration. It does so by blowing out of proportion the thing that he wants us to grasp. Well, chapter 7 is a new vision, and you'll notice it begins, after this I saw, and we must be very clear not to put this in historical succession, that what happens in chapter 7 follows historically after what happens in verse 17 of chapter 16, because verse 17 of chapter 6, is a picture of the day of judgment. So chapter 7 isn't a picture of what happens after the day of judgment. This is the order in which John saw it, right? He can only see one thing at a time. And so chapter 7 is a description of what is also true from the time of the resurrection of Christ up until the day of judgment. So there's evil, there's Satan, there's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and so on. But also in parallel, in tandem with that, there is this. John sees 4 angels holding back the 4 corners of the earth so that the wind cannot blow. It's a picture of the sovereignty of Christ over the physical universe, over the physical earth, and the 4 winds representing then the entire earth. And it's best viewed as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. It's another way of viewing the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse of chapter 6. In Zechariah 6 and verse 5, the 4 horsemen are called the 4 winds of heaven, and wind in Hebrew can also be translated spirit. So the 4 spirits of heaven. In other words, godly angels are holding back the forces of destruction. Yes, there's evil. That's what chapter 6 was saying. But actually, there's not as much evil as there could be, because through these 4 angels, God is restraining evil too, delaying things until the book is opened, until redemptive history works its way through to the day when the final number of the elect is complete, and then there will be the day of reckoning and the day of judgment. So this is viewing the same issue, but from a different perspective, that God is in control. Well, we'll look at it again tomorrow, but for now, have a wonderful day.